We need to explore three important points that James is talking about here and what he's telling us. And these are that burdens demand wisdom, first of all. Second, we're going to talk about burdens demand prayer. And that prayer demands faith. So let's start with burdens demand wisdom. Before we even talk about this, we must understand what wisdom is. Because in today's society, we have a strange idea of what wisdom is. I'm not so sure we fully understand wisdom. Wisdom and knowledge are not the same. You know that? Wisdom and knowledge are not the same thing. Knowledge is information. And boy, we are flooded today with information, aren't we? Don't you think sometimes we have an information overload? I think back 20 and 30 years ago when, you look at people would say, oh yeah, the TV is just, it's amazing. It's giving us lots of information. It's going to be too much. Now look at us. We carry TVs around in our pockets, constantly giving us information, whether we are on Facebook or whether we are on wherever. Facebook, the news, Twitter. Knowledge and wisdom are not the same. Knowledge is information, but wisdom is application. Okay? Knowledge is information. Wisdom is application. I said, I long for this. I long to go out into the wild. I have watched every single show there is out there on survivalist, on how to survive. I've watched them all. I have knowledge. But I want to tell you something. I have zero wisdom when it comes to doing it because I've never done it. I could tell you how to skin a squirrel, but I've never done it. So I have no wisdom when it comes to skinning a squirrel. You're like, why would you skin a squirrel? You can't eat them if you have to. I wouldn't if I didn't have to. And no, I don't think it tastes like chicken either. Rabbit. It tastes like rabbit. He would know. They would know because they have done it. Yeah, with some fur. I'm not so sure I have the wisdom to survive in the wilderness. I have a lot of knowledge about it, but I don't know if I could do it. I don't know if I have the wisdom to do it. And today the world is filled with people who have lots of knowledge and no wisdom. They have a lot of knowledge, but no idea of how to apply it. See, knowledge is theoretical understanding of facts. But wisdom is practical handling of life. My father has taught me, the wisdom I have, my father has taught me because I've experienced it. Okay? Or there have been things in my life I've experienced that they haven't taught me, but I've experienced life. And now I have wisdom about it. The funny thing about the wisdom that I have from my life is that I realized I was a fool during those times I was learning it. But there's a difference between knowledge and wisdom. Wisdom will tell you what to pack and how to pack and how to use what you have in there. I have a fire starter, and you hit it together, and it sparks. And I'm like, yeah, I could start a fire. I doubt it. I really doubt if I could. I haven't tried it yet. I'm going to try sometime just to get the wisdom of how to do it. And don't even ask me to do it when it's wet. There are ways to do it, but I've seen it done, and I have a little bit of knowledge about it, but I've never applied it. I never applied it. Wisdom tells you which way to go. It tells us which way to go in our lives. Now, I have to wonder. I'm sitting there thinking about James. I'm thinking, now why does James tell us to ask for wisdom? Would it not be better that we ask for strength? Wouldn't it be better if he asked for endurance? How about we ask for deliverance? Wouldn't that be better? Just deliver me, God, from all of the struggles. Why doesn't he tell us to ask for that? Because you and I, we need the wisdom of God to persevere through the trials in our lives, because those trials are put there to mature us.